With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. And right away he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
13 yards, first down, Packers. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's got Wheaton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action now. Lawrence. Wheaton's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. The Jaguars at 12-2 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
61, Matt Payne, Hayward.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, it's Lawrence. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, on his Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 66 yards. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
6-6, bullet high.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
80 weapons. Hey, let go. Alpha. Hey, D6.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Lawrence to throw. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Ready, ready. Copper.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 67 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Wheaton with a catch right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 74 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, It puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This is caught by Evans. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
6:30.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Over. Hey, take 20.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Rodgers going to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Now ETN to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Brought in by Wheaton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
80 weapons. General West. Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Come on, set.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Extreme. 218, chop it.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here you go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory.
From the 31.
26.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 88, 88, 88. Jump out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Jump out.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and